Hi, my name is Rosalie Desmond and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Australia. Today I've got a Christmas card for you. This card uses the detailed deer thinlits cut out in gold foil to create the centerpiece for the card. Let's get started. The first thing you need for this card is half an A4 sheet of paper, and I've chosen crumb cake as my base colour, and I just simply fold that in half. A piece of Whisper White cardstock, which is cut 14 centimetres by 9.5 centimetres. A piece of Designer Series paper. I've used a piece from the Wood Textures Designer Series paper stack, and it is cut at 6 centimetres by 14.9 centimetres. Then I used a piece of Balmy Blue, which is cut at 6 centimetres by 11 centimetres. And the final piece of card that I need is some gold foil, which I've cut at 9 centimetres by 9 centimetres, but you could use a scrap piece of paper, because what we're going to do is we're going to cut out our reindeer. So I could probably get away with a much smaller piece if I wanted to. Just depends what you have handy. I'm just going to go cut that out in the Big Shot and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, that's been cut out. Next, what I'm going to do is, using the tailored tag punch, I'm going to create a banner. So what I'm doing is I'm using my strip of Balmy Blue card and I'm just lining it up right here so it just comes into those points. And that gives me a very quick banner. Using the Swirls and Curls dynamic embossing folder, I'm going to pop this through the Big Shot and emboss my banner. Now the Swirls and Curls dynamic embossing folder gives me a lot of texture, which I really, really love. The other thing I'm going to do while I've got the embossing folder out is, on my original card, I have just embossed a little strip down the side. And how I've done that is I've lined it up and I've gone over as far as I want. So if you want a bigger one, a bigger embossed piece, you go across further. Smaller embossed piece, you come across a little bit more this way. Now I'm just going to pop that sideways through the Big Shot and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so I've popped that through the Big Shot. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grunge these up a bit. Using a sponge doubler and the soft suede ink, I'm going to add a little bit more texture, or highlight the texture in a lot of these pieces. So for this one, I'm just lightly going over the raised portion. Just to add that little bit of something. And my banner, I'm just going around the edges. Then I'm grabbing the DSP and I'm doing the same. And I'm doing the same with the card base. Now if you don't like this kind of grungy look, feel free to leave yours plain. Then I just glue down my pieces. For the sentiment on my card, I used the Merry Christmas sentiment from the Better Together stamp set. Again, I have used the soft suede ink. And that one's done. So it's a little bit different from my normal cards. It's a lot more grungier. Heaps of fun to do. You normally get a little bit messy, but you know, it's half the fun of crafting. I hope you've been enjoying my videos. If you'd like to see more of them, please subscribe below. Until next time, happy crafting.